Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? I have been getting these questions and requests from many of my followers on YouTube and social media, including WhatsApp, the WhatsApp groups that I have, as to why don't I put up a video about, Kerala? Why don't I put a video about please send relief fund or help people, send them money? Now, um, I just kept quiet. I didn't answer any of these questions, but today I thought I would put up a video. The reason I didn't put up any video or a kind of request is because what I notice is there are many people who look at the opportunity of boosting their brand when some disaster or some problems take place. Now, this is just my opinion. Maybe I can be wrong. Okay, if someone has to help Kerala, if someone really has to help Kerala, he's not going to wait for my video. That's number one. The second thing is, uh, people who generally are charitable, uh, they always keep doing things for charity. They don't wait for someone to tell them. And this has been a global event. Even Philip De Franco spoke about it. Okay, now by me putting up a video, I don't think, a guy is going to be, wow, okay, Lloyd, you know, I'm going to put up the extra. Neither do I want to capitalize on a tragic event and try to boost my brand. So the question is, what did I do? I did send money. I did send money to the people I know. I didn't send it blindly. And I did speak to the members of my groups because many of them said, pray for Kerala, or they put up these JPEG images, pray, and, that hand holding hand kind of images. I told them, stop sending this pray, remove the pray, just pay. Okay. And we made sure that people just send the money. Now, that having been said, I thought I'd give you my thoughts as to what exactly did I observe through this whole tragedy that took place. Number one is, the biggest one is, life is so bloody unpredictable. When I look at the tragedy that took place in Kerala, we are talking about a state in India where the majority people go outside India to work. They work 20 years, 30 years of their lives. They sacrifice everything, their family life, their friends, everything, and they work literally like dogs. And I'll tell you this, there is nobody on the planet, no people of any particular state in India that is more workaholic and that is more obsessed about working hard and feeding the family than Keralites. I have not met anyone. Okay, I'm half a Keralite. My father was from Cochin, Kerala, and I can tell you this, that Keralites really, really work hard. They will deny the pleasures of life. They will not buy anything for themselves, but they'll sacrifice everything for them, their family, and their future. Okay, that's one thing which you have to absolutely admire about Keralites. And I'm not just trying to, be very nice to them. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you facts as they are. So much so that they don't even, even if they have to buy a perfume, they will think twice. Okay, if I buy this perfume, I can either buy this or I can save the money for my child's education or for the house or for the property or for the future. They are that obsessed. And instead of working 8 hours, they work 10 hours, they work 12 hours. They're very humble in nature, and that is why many countries in the Gulf, they take advantage of Keralites. Okay, because Keralites are very humble. Now, the tragedy is, imagine a guy, for example, one of the guys who I know through somebody else, he worked 30 years of his life, 30 years of his life in the Gulf, hardly took a holiday, once in 3 years or once in 5 years, came to meet the family for 2 months, 3 months, and then went back to work, worked every single day of his life. He didn't go to bars, pubs, prostitutes, drinking, smoking. Maybe he had a little bit of drink just to sleep in the night, just one peg of alcohol. I don't think he smoked, as far as I know. Great guy, humble guy. Not really very smart, normal, simple guy, but a guy who saved everything, almost 80% of his salary, and sent it back home. Now, after working 30 years, he goes back to Kerala, wants to retire. And, well, he's retired. And now these floods come once in 100 years, which was unprecedented. Nobody predicted. And everything that he worked on, the land, the house, everything that he built, all not completely destroyed, but really, really destroyed to a point where I think almost 50%, you know, the house is under loss. I was just thinking about him. I was just thinking, imagine the shock. Imagine the how hurt. Imagine how he must be feeling after 30 years of saving all the money and, you know, trying to live a happy retired life. In just a few days, all that or the majority of it is just gone. In fact, I even think of those people who are even more poorer, who have spent their entire lives just to build a house, just to retire, and for them to lose everything. Some houses have collapsed, which cost millions. You know, I have a baby today, I have a wife, and I keep thinking about, you know, if I spend my entire life and build a house and have a small plot of land and save for the retirement, and one fine day there's this flood and the house collapses, you know, like I have these books and I have everything, and all of it is destroyed, and I'm in my 60s or 70s, how would I take that burden? How would I take that? And I'll tell you, that in itself is so scary. I want you to imagine for a minute, how would you feel if you worked your whole life when you're young, you're strong, and when you're 60, a tragedy like this takes place? I mean, it's like just living death. That's the first thing that I really, really think about. The second thing which I noticed is, yes, people did contribute. There are very many people who contributed. Some people contributed, some didn't want to contribute, and there is this guy who is supposed to be a billionaire. I don't know his name, in India, who apparently is a billionaire, but he only sent 10,000 rupees, and everyone was just thrashing him. This is my view on it. Now, one person can choose to give 10,000 or 100,000 rupees or crores. Another person can choose to give 10 rupees. You cannot put pressure on anyone to say, you're rich, give money. No, that's his money. That's his money. Let him give if he wants to give. Let him not give if he wants to give. It's his bloody business. I mean, if you want to give, you give. I'm not saying that you should not give. Please go ahead and give. You want to give, go and give. You want to rally everyone, you want to create a fundraiser, please go ahead. But forcing someone, no, you have to give because you're rich. No, he's just a guy who doesn't want to give and part with his money. We can't force him. Maybe he is doing other charitable endeavors. Maybe he is taking care of 4, 5 children and he doesn't talk about it. Maybe he wants to save money for himself. That's his bloody business. That's his private fund. You and I do not have any right to tell someone, listen, you have to give. I personally feel that is really very wrong. And irrespective of what you say, millions of people are dying and whatever, you cannot force anyone to give charity. You cannot ask anyone, you're rich, so donate not 10,000, donate 1 million. No, that's wrong. If a guy wants to give, he can give. If a guy doesn't want to give, he cannot give. Let me play the devil's advocate. If someone really wanted to give charity, he would keep absolutely silent. I know so many of my close friends, rich, they have not mentioned a single word, but they have given a huge sum, okay? While there are others who have given and they have made it like a massive PR campaign or kind of publicity campaign. So, you know, it's you need to look at both the sides of the story. So please, if you want to give your money, go ahead and give. But stop forcing others to give. Stop judging. Stop putting pressure. You're rich, you better give. Okay, you better give, or we are going to ransack your house or talk shit about you or boycott your products. That's come on, man, stop it. Okay, I might have 10 different charities, 10 different causes, and do you think I should start forcing you? Okay, I'm an atheist, so you need to donate to the atheist cause. Others, we all atheists, and my friends who are gay and transvestite, because you didn't donate to their charity, and the people in Antarctica or Indonesia. Come on. Okay. Yes, charity is good, but charity cannot be forced. That's my opinion on this. Now, the other thing which I noticed is the politics. Uh, on one hand, you have the different governments, especially UAE, that give, I think, 100 million US dollars to India, and India says no. Now, it's very easy on face value for anyone to smash India and say, oh, what the hell is this? I was just trying to think on both sides of the story. Now, if in case someone donated 100 million to a political party, they would thank them and say, thank you very much. If they donated to building a temple or a god, they would say, thank you very much. Let's say, for example, UAE donated 100 million to build the statue of Lord Shiva or Lord Ganesha or any of the lords of Hinduism, they would accept it. If they paid money to build a statue of Gandhi, they would accept it. But now, when they're paying money to feed the poor, to build roads, to help their education, the Indian government is saying, no, sorry, we are too proud. I find this mentality kind of disturbing. And I begin to wonder what is wrong with India. I seriously begin to wonder what the hell is wrong with India. And that is where, I'm telling you from face value, I do not know what is the story. Maybe India is afraid if it takes aid, maybe it has to agree to terms and conditions tomorrow. Okay, you scratch my back, I have to scratch yours. I don't know if that is the issue that they're afraid of. But how I look at it as is, if this is how the country operates, imagine I was a guy who was dying of due to the floods, and I was depending on that little bit of charity, and you are preventing me from getting the charity, and you're not giving me the charity. Man, to be honest with you, I would not want to be in that country. I would not want to be part of that nation, that government. Because, see, here's the thing. I know patriotism is high on the agenda. Everyone says, die for the country, kill for the country. Fine. Okay? Good. I'm very happy. Die for the country, which I know you'll not do. Pay taxes to the country, which majority don't do. But when it's a cricket match, or when, Satya Nadella becomes CEO, oh, he's Indian, I'm Indian. He's Indian, I'm Indian. Oh, he broke the world record. He's from India, I'm India. But he's a rapist from India. No, 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 no. She. I don't want. Oh, help the poor. No, 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 no. Please, please, please. Oh, make money in the Gulf. Run away from India. Now, that kind of hypocrisy, I don't understand. And if you are talking of, don't speak anything bad about India. Speak only good. Ignore the rape. Ignore the corruption. And if anyone brings that up, that there is rape, there is corruption, there is politics. Oh, what about USA? What about USA? USA also has rape. USA also. You're an Indian passport holder. You should be concerned about your nation, your house. It's like you have a body, your leg is broken, and it's hanging, the flesh and the bone is out. And you're focusing on everything that is good and ignoring this. This broken foot will infect the entire body. It's like, for example, my hand. This is broken in two halves and the bone is out of the flesh. And I'm only focusing on this area of the body, not this. It doesn't make any sense, man. You need to take care of what is sick. So there are issues and problems in India that we need to focus on and address and not ignore. That's how the nation becomes better. And last, if not the least, the most important lesson that I've learned is, I mean, if you live your entire life thinking about the future, being future focused, that I'm going to work 30 years, have a house, plot of land, and retire. I'm going to sacrifice the here and now. I think this in itself is a very big lesson, a scary lesson as to how dangerous it is for us to live in the future. I really think about those families and those people who, sacrifice so much. I personally know people, fathers and mothers. Father worked in one country, mother worked in one country, child was staying separate in a boarding school. For 20 years, they stayed. And then they all came down together when they got old. Only for the father to feel like a stranger in his own country. Only for the wife to feel strange for a husband that she hardly met, kind of like once in 3 years. For them to sit in a house. It's like you work 30 years of your life. You spend your youth, you spend the best days of your life to build a house so that you can grow old and die there. It's like animals at least have a better life, it looks like. Animals have a better life because they enjoy. But we humans are the only creatures who build a house, work hard, suffer to build a house so that we can die in that. Just think about this. I seriously feel sorry, and it's not out of hatred or sympathy. I'm not giving them pity. But I I cannot even imagine the pain that a father, a mother, a man, a woman must be going through to watch his masterpiece of 30 years, the sacrifice, just being destroyed. And now at the twilight of his career, the autumn, the winter of his life, where he cannot work anymore, for him to, helplessly look, being desecrated by the forces of nature, that's very scary. So, through this video, I know that, many people have asked for charity. Many people have said donate to the government. I'm of a different opinion. I would just say, if you want to donate to charitable causes, please contact somebody you trust, somebody who you know. Give the money to that person who you trust. He should be a person 100% you trust. And let that person do something physically for these people. They need whatever help you can give, water, food. But more than that, I think now they need electricians, I think they need plumbers, they need people maintenance, they need doctors. See what you can do there. And please, keep politics out of it, keep religion out of it. It's so fucking sick. It's so fucking sick when some piece of shit says, you ate beef, you ate a cow, that's why the cow god put this fucking flood. Man, I eat beef every single fucking day. Nothing's happening to me. Why? Can you tell me why? And here's the big deal. Here's the big question I'm giving you. If your gods are angry that people are eating cows, okay? If your gods are angry for people eating cow meat, where is your God and where are you? Because there are thousands and thousands of cows drowning in Kerala. How about you bring your shitty ass, your sorry ass there to save those cows who are drowning, who are in the water? You're not going to do any jack shit there to help those cows who are drowning in water, who are in water. You'll not do anything there. But you talk about you ate cow meat, so you're fucked. If there is a God who is so vindictive that if you eat meat, that he is going to kill you, man, I don't know which bad word to use to that particular God. Okay? Because If I'm a parent and I have a child and the child says, I want to eat snake, whatever. Let's say my child says, I want to eat human meat. Okay. I'd feel like, oh my goodness, what's, I take my child to a doctor. I would not kill my child. And if my child had really bad tendencies or evil tendencies, I would still take it to a doctor. I would not kill my child. Being such a bad person that I am, I would still take care of my child. Your God, just because it eats meat, a creation which He has created for eating purposes, then my question is, what about all those people from all those countries who are eating beef? Why isn't your God doing something about McDonald's? Why isn't your God doing something about Burger King? Why isn't your God doing something about the billion-dollar industry that is exporting beef? Why isn't doing anything to the Indian government that allows, beef? Do you have any answer for that? And if your God is really a powerful God, why doesn't it give cows superpowers where nobody can kill it? The thing is, lack of education, lack of common sense, having fucking a superstitious, narrow-minded shithead with shit filled in your head, obviously you'll talk shit. It's a shame for people like you if you're watching and say, my cow God, and that's why you're. You know what? I got a message for you. I'm going to go eat beef for the next fucking whole month. Every single day, eat beef. And I'm going to dedicate it to you. Let's see what your God is going to do. Because here's the challenge, okay? If your God really has to do something, what? You need to use common sense, man. It's like one guy saying, you ate chicken? Chicken is my God. God punished you for eating chicken. You see how stupid that sounds? So, in a nutshell, to encapsulate, all this nonsense that I see happening because of the floods and all that, I wanted to address them. But the main message that I want to give through all this is, if you can do something worthwhile, please do it. Don't send images of Facebook and pray and forwarding messages and all that bullshit. That's number one. So it's not pray, it's pay. Second one is stop, pissing down or raining down on someone else's tragedy. You're a sick fuck if you do that. Okay? It's like when your mother, father, something happens to them, and me say, haha, fuck you, you deserve it. Come on, man. Stop being fucking sick. For me, even my enemy, when he's down, I don't rain down on him. I would rather lift him up and say, let's keep it at equals. You're down, I help you. So keep it classy. Number 3 is, I think a very important lesson is, stop living in the future for whomsoever, whatever. You're saving for 20 years or 30 years or whatever. Yes, have your savings, but don't miss the here and now, those present moments, because, those people who died in Kerala, it's the floods. Maybe they had plans, maybe they had dreams, and today they're no more. So this is my video and my thoughts on the tragedies that took place in Kerala. I genuinely hope that those people who went through the tragedy, that they overcome it. It's very easy for me to talk. And I just hope politics and the Indian government, they just make it easier for people to, to get back to their lives. That's all I have to say. So, put your thoughts down below, guys, and that's all I want to say. I'll put the link on, just the links of the different charities, which I'll verify through my friend Suresh Cherrier, and that's all I have to say. So please put your comments down below, and yes, one final thing. If you know anybody who talks bad about Kerala, or makes fun of them on social media, please report them to the police, report them to the legal authorities, report them so that they can bear the full brunt the legal arm, because that is unacceptable to put people down, especially when they're suffering. Okay, so Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo, and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you his views. This is me signing off for now. Take care.